Okay, Raj, this looks interesting. We've been talking about the Dell automation platform. We've talked about how it makes the Dell private cloud outcomes simpler.
Yes.
We haven't talked about how this might help AI solutions for our Dell customers. So we're going to try and do that now.
Okay.
Right? So we have the ability to take validated outcomes from the portal and the orchestrator. But what do those outcomes need to be deployed? They need both a platform, and then they need the software running on top.
Yes, so the actual AI workloads as well as just the underlying infrastructure.
So we have today, we're going to be launching two different ways to enable the automation through the Dell Automation Platform Orchestrator to make this happen.
Okay.
The first is deploying the platform. So for deploying the platform, it's actually going to be Dell Services that takes the lead here. They're going to use their own internal repo, and the orchestrator will pull the automation, the blueprints, everything that's needed from this internal repo. And the orchestrator then, which is going to be deployed on-prem, will deploy the operating system, the Kubernetes cluster on top of the Dell PowerEdge infrastructure and storage.
Yeah.
Right? Then we have in the portal, when you go to automation.dell.com, you can see a catalog of offerings. And currently there's 2 AI outcomes published there, but there'll be more. And in that catalog are the validated blueprints that we've worked with on these third-party vendors to establish how to deploy these. And the actual blueprints can be downloaded from the catalog from our customers who choose to go with this, fed into the orchestrator. And the orchestrator then will deploy the workload on top of the platform that's already deployed.
Yes. So one of the key things here is we have the ability to ingest existing Kubernetes.
Exactly. So if we have this valid Kubernetes outcome already deployed, it can be ingested into the orchestrator to be used as a target.
And then we can deploy the validated AI workload blueprints onto that. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think this is very, very exciting. And why would customers want to do this, essentially?
So there's a couple of reasons. Again, when we do the validation, it reduces risk, minimizes risk, reduces the time that it takes to stand these things up, but also it ensures a level of consistency.
Right. So we're going to reduce risk.
So improve time to value.
Yeah. Quicker.
Yeah.
Very good.
And consistency as well.
Oh, sorry. And consistency. Oh, lovely. The catalog of third-party vendors that we're going to work with will grow.
Yes.
As they work with us to build out these valid deployments. And all these deployments will use the automation from the catalog, right, to achieve this.
Yes. So we have a large number of partners that we already work with around our AI Factory offerings today. Over time, as you said, we'll see more and more of these come in as validated blueprints within the Dell Automation Platform.
Yeah. And I think rather than having boots on the ground needing to deploy each and every one of these at a customer's, that's very expensive. Using the automation means we'll have the same deployment, no snowflakes at different customer sites. Much easier to deploy, much easier to size, and much easier to keep and maintain it afterwards.
Yes.
Okay. It's also using the orchestrator, being that it can be on-prem or even air-gapped. The ability to do this as sovereign and secure.
Yeah. Which is key for a number of customers. And so running some of these AI workloads in public cloud just isn't an option.
Exactly. A lot of customers are looking at how can they bring the AI to the workload, which is already running on-prem or in its location, rather than try and export it or connect to a public cloud service that they just are not allowed to do. Restricted. They have to maintain this IP. So keeping the data and the IP on-prem or air-gapped in our orchestrator, that's possible with this. So
again, that comes down to us offering lots of choice depending on what the customer's requirements are.
Yes. And then finally, the choices that we make here to run these AI accelerated workloads is very dependent on our PowerEdge line of hardware and the vendors that we partner with GPU acceleration. So we can't just run this on anything. This has to be very, very specific and valid for each of these different...
Again, validated, optimized hardware platforms for this. Yeah,
exactly. So anything else?
The only other thing I would mention, obviously we've said that about the deployment being services led, but services really can help with a lot of things around the AI piece, all the way from strategy to deployment to the longer term kind of support of that kind of environment.
Leveraging the Dell services team, they have a lot of experience in this space.
Yeah.
So it'll really help customers, be able to go from an idea, strategy to execution.
100%.
Much quicker.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good.
Thanks.
Yeah.